I think that when Hillary basically told something between a half-truth and a lie about Bernie not supporting the auto bailout, when the auto bailout was before the Senate, both Hillary and Bernie voted for it. When the bank bailout was before the Senate, Bernie voted against it, Hillary voted for it. And after it had passed, I mean, this was during the end of the Bush administration, President Obama took some of that money from the bank bailout and used it to bail out GM. And he did that on his own, and that was when the Republicans were screaming that he was a little dictator and all that. But there wasn't even a discussion. You can go back to the congressional record. There wasn't even a discussion of that money being used to bail out GM. So Bernie never voted against an auto bailout. So and people figure that out really fast. This is the age of instant media. So I think that, trying to basically pander to a state with something that's not entirely true blew up in her face. Now, to the extent that being less than honest, let's call it, less than straightforward, to the extent that might have hurt her in the election, I don't know. I mean, how do you swing an election 21 points in 3 days? I think that might have a lot to do with it. I am guessing that, we're seeing Hillary taking more and more progressive positions, which I salute. I'm very pleased to see. And tonight at the debate, it's going to be fascinating. I'm going to be watching it with great interest to see, how she's showing up and what kind of position she's taking and where this is all going. Because I think that there's, I really think that we're at a turning point. I think that the age of not just Reaganism, which is the elite Republican consensus, but DLC third way, Democratic Party, let's say early Bill Clintonism, I think both of those are gone. Right? I mean, early Bill Clintonism was cut welfare, deny rights to gay people, with DOMA and all these other things. Basically, let's become Republican light and push trade deals. All of those things are being repudiated by the American people. That's on the Democratic side. On the Republican side, it's the whole star of the beast, destroy government. If you can make the lines at the DMV 3 times longer, people will hate the DMV. They'll hate government. If you can lay off a bunch of IRS folks so that people have to wait on hold for an hour and a half to get their tax questions answered, people will hate government. This is not a secret. David Stockman wrote a book about this. He was the Office of Management and Budget Director, OMB Director under Ronald Reagan. He was Ronald Reagan's, kind of key economic guy. And he wrote a book apologizing for this, about how the Republicans were basically lying to us. They were trying to destroy government so that it could be replaced by big corporations and billionaires. And guess what? Over 35 years, that's exactly what happened. And guess who has gotten rich in those 35 years? The corporations and the billionaires. And guess who's gotten screwed? All the rest of us. And people are figuring that out. And people are saying it out loud. Bernie's been saying it for 30 years. Hillary Clinton is starting saying it really loud now. God bless her. She needs to say it more. And Donald Trump is saying it, and it's that and the media just giving him these massive infomercials are propelling his candidacy. I see change in the air.